I'm Jamila Minnifield. I'm a primary therapist for the boys at First Light Wilderness. Yeah, so I started working in adoption and foster care in the state of Georgia as a therapeutic case manager, and I realized that there are some pieces missing in foster care and adoption, and I left that role to learn those missing pieces. As I grew to be a therapist, I realized different ways that I could support families of adopted children and the children. Wow, the woods are magical. That's really the only way of saying it. There's something that happens out in wilderness that can't be captured in other places. I've worked in a number of different environments, and consistently outdoors, movement, and wilderness is where the most work happens in the shortest amount of time. Well, first, we're in the North Georgia mountains. We have milder winters, we have cooler summers with the altitude, and we have water sources running through all of our campsites. So not only for the physical basic needs of food, water, and shelter, but we also have a lot of play and opportunities to pull in nature with play. My jam is the younger boys. I love helping them find their voice. I love helping them remember who they used to be, or help them find who they want to be. And all of that is done through play. Play is their therapy. And so I love being able to bring that to the field guides in our field, as well as the kids. My message is, I know it's scary. I've been through this process with a number of students, and I've seen a number of responses. My message to you is, take each moment as they come, be patient with yourself, give yourself grace, and be open to the experience. You'll learn very quickly that the days go by moderate and the weeks go by really fast. And most kids, even the most difficult times when they're entering, often don't want to leave towards the end. Wow, so congratulations first, because this is a huge step and it is very scary. As a primary therapist, I'm here to support you, as well as our family therapist and the entire First Light team. My message to you is, you've been through some hard times. This will not be the hardest. And I think as a parent and coming in and looking at any program like this, you realize that. We are here to empower you and your family with support. So my message to you is, take a deep breath, acknowledge your growth, and ask questions. Wow, yeah, I love this question because I have a little bit different outlook. One of my biggest goals for my kiddos is that they advocate for themselves, so that it's not only a teacher, only a parent, only another therapist advocating for them. It's them. They'll actually say, I don't understand what's happening right now. They'll identify that they're struggling. Another goal is, I tell the kids, coping skills help you get through the moment. We're learning how to live. So I want you to learn how to live. And when they're really living in moments of difficulty, then you use your coping skills. But we're learning how to live out here. And another thing is, accept your differences. That's what makes us unique. Weird is cool. And I want that to be a message when they leave, that I'm okay to, it's okay to be different. It's actually great to be different. And creating their own path for whatever that looks like for them is really important to me. And then you've got all the other clinical outcomes that we'll have. Yeah, I think my time as a field guide is the reason why I'm able to be a wilderness therapist. So the stories that I pull the most from was when I was a field guide. And seeing kids come in the attitudes that they have, the fears, the anxieties, and seeing that shift literally in the moment, full facial expression, responses are shifting. Working with younger boys, and they've been told or believed their whole life that they're not really that great at things. They're too weak to hike a mile, 2 miles with a full pack. One of the biggest experiences I had were teeny tiny boys saying, we don't want to stop at this campsite. We want to keep going to the next campsite, and because we want to show ourselves that we can keep going. And they did it, and they crushed it. I was a bit tired, but I could have went all day with the power and the energy that those boys had. And that made me realize how much it means for a young person to dig deep, to truly dig deep, because I knew that wasn't the most difficult thing they've experienced even so far in life. But they had so much more that they could pull from. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I'm super goofy, to a fault, but I also try to embody fun. And I really do encourage parents to take a step back, look through the lens of your child. And I challenge parents to do that, because you don't want your child fully relying on you for the rest of their life. That's the goal, is to have independence. So something with me is expect to laugh at yourself. Expect to be challenged in a way that you haven't been challenged. So that you have something new, some growth in this experience. And also what makes me unique is my background and my interest. I study younger boys. I've never been a boy. I don't identify as a boy or a male. I study boys. Anything I've done has been tried and tested with other kids, and anything I don't do anymore has been tried and tested, and the kids say, don't do that, that didn't help me. So that's where my perspective I'm coming from. I don't take anything for granted.